Oh man, what am I about to do with these buckets? I'm gonna tell you what I'm about to do with these buckets. Yo, it's me. It is T. And last weekend, I went to a pond that's in the back of my neighborhood. I call it the poo pond. Don't worry about why. Anyways, it's overran with bluegill. They don't have predator fish because people would catch them and take them home. So what I did on this day, I went out to the pond, filled up some buckets with water, of course, and we caught a bunch of bluegill on pieces of bread. And I moved them to a different spot. There's a spot that I trespass at that is a retention pond at a car dealership. So my whole grand scheme here, catch a bunch of bluegill,
oh, that's having fun.
Put them in a bucket,
we'll get the other
take them to the other pond, release them. That way the largemouth there have a chance to have a better food supply, so to speak, just because instead of eating little minnows, after the spawn happens in a few months, they're gonna have like the bluegill thing going on too. So it's kind of like an experiment, I guess you could say, by stocking retention ponds with panfish. So here's what I was dealing with that day. I'm not going to talk the whole time. It's not the most exciting thing you'll probably ever watch, but the process is simple. Had two setups. We're using floats. We've got pieces of bread. I've got 2 size 8 hooks on each line. I do a snell knot with the top one, and then I run it down to a smaller one right there below it, about 3 inches or so.
There you go.
We caught some fish. I don't have every fish that I got on camera. It started to rain that day, so I did have to turn the phone off.
You got. Calm down. Calm down. All right, don't get mad at me. You don't need to calm down in there. I'll even let you keep the bread for your trouble.
And I'm trying to stay cognizant of the fact that I don't got like an aeration system going on with anything. I mean, it's just buckets with water in it. And ideally I wanted to have all the fish released live, so there's only but so much space in a bucket.
Nope.
And so we're filling it up slowly but surely. The bites happened a little bit quicker than I thought they would, which is always a good thing.
That's a big girl, I think.
They're slippery sons of guns, man. You never know. They're just will fly out of the hand in a second.
Missing hook sets like a champ. There's another one. He's gonna pull my rod in the water. Golly.
It's always fun trying to manage 2 setups at once.
There's one finally. Let's get him up here before this reel breaks. That's another mama fish right there. A big mama fish. Boy, if that ain't a hook set. Because I think these are the males that have this more spotted pattern, where the females have more of the stripes. Golly, man, he took it down and everything.
So at this point, the trip has lasted approximately an hour from start to where we're at now.
That's right.
Slowly getting them in.
I saw you try it. You probably already got some free food from me, if I'm honest.
Still running out of room in the bucket. So of course, the next step is once we get the bucket full to at least what the capacity might be without keeping them too cramped, head back to the vehicle.
Yeah.
Use what you got. There you go. So we walked them on back to the vehicle, jumped into the vehicle, took a quick drive. It's about 10 minutes max, right over to the dealership. Got parked along, got the bucket out, walked down to the water, and let them go. New home for them.
Hopefully they made the trip in one piece. Yeah, there they are. All right, folks. Y'all go enjoy your new life in your new home. And maybe I'll see you again.
Really good job here making sure you can't see anything. You're welcome, by the way.
All right. Mission accomplished. And now let's do that about 50 more times, and we might have a shot at making it different.
So here we are, we're back at the pond. I had enough time to head back and get some more fish. The rain started kicking in, so I didn't have the camera on the whole time, but I did find another spot at the pond that had plenty of fish schooled up. They kind of sit in one spot, so normally if you can get one hooked up, then you just keep throwing to the same spot, and there'll probably be another one there ready to take it.
Ow. Oh, that was too easy now. Too easy now. This one's real purple. Okay, 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 okay. Hold on. You just look cold. Wait.
That fish is very enthusiastic
Cold,
and happy to be caught. You can tell by its facial expression.
You couldn't shake that? Come on now. That one got my bread there, so it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, I probably missed as many
Give me an
fish,
okay favor there.
if not more than I caught that day. So keep that in mind if you want to do something similar in the future. It is a risk that must be taken. But we did fill up the bucket again, so jump back into the
That wasn't
vehicle. Went back to this other spot, the other pond, which is the retention pond. Dropped off the fish. So really at this point, the whole process and the whole kind of rationale behind doing this is to, within the next year or so, the largemouth or whatever predator fish that are in these small ponds, they've got increased food supply. The ecosystem potentially has the ability to kind of regulate itself out a little bit more naturally, because this pond specifically that we're looking at now, the largemouth are eating minnows and bugs, so they only get but so big. But maybe some of these bluegills, maybe not these specifically, but as the years go by and they reproduce and spawn, the whole kind of food chain will look a little bit different.
There we go. Right on out.